Some people share every moment of their lives online. Every trip, every smile, every achievement, carefully posted for the world to see. But then there are others. No selfies, no personal updates, almost no trace of their private life online. And strangely, they often seem calmer, more grounded, and emotionally distant from the chaos of social media. Psychology suggests this silence is not random. It may reveal something deeper about how these individuals think, feel, and protect their inner world. The world that rewards visibility. We live in a time where visibility feels like value. Social media quietly teaches us that being seen means being important. Posting becomes proof that life is exciting, meaningful, successful. Over time, sharing stops being a choice and starts becoming an expectation. So when someone chooses not to post their photos, people often assume something is wrong. Maybe they are shy, maybe insecure, maybe antisocial. But psychology tells a very different story. Sometimes the people who share the least online are not disconnected from life. They are deeply connected to it. Internal validation. One major psychological trait behind this behavior is internal validation. People who rarely post their photos often don't rely heavily on external approval. Their sense of worth does not depend on likes, comments, or digital reactions. They experience moments fully instead of pausing to document them. For them, happiness feels more real when it is lived, not displayed. Research in psychology shows that individuals with stronger internal validation systems are less dependent on social comparison. They don't need constant confirmation from others to feel secure. And because of that, silence online becomes natural, not forced. Emotional privacy. Another reason is emotional privacy. Some personalities naturally protect their personal experiences. They understand that not every meaningful moment needs an audience. Sharing less is not secrecy, it is emotional boundary setting. These individuals often feel that once a private moment becomes public, it changes. The experience becomes performance, and they prefer authenticity over attention. In psychological terms, this reflects high emotional awareness, knowing what to keep sacred. Observers, not performers. People who avoid posting personal photos are often observers. They watch more than they broadcast. Instead of asking, "How do I appear?" they ask, "What is really happening?" Observation requires mental energy and reflection. Many deep thinkers naturally step back from constant self-presentation because it feels exhausting. They engage with the world quietly, processing experiences internally rather than publicly. Their presence is real, even if invisible online. Authentic identity. Social media encourages identity construction, carefully choosing what others see. But psychologically mature individuals often feel uncomfortable turning their lives into curated highlights. They prefer being understood by a few people deeply, rather than by many people superficially. Their identity exists offline first. They don't feel pressure to prove happiness because they are less focused on comparison. And this reduces anxiety created by unrealistic online standards. Protection from mental exhaustion. Constant exposure to social media can quietly drain emotional energy. Comparison, judgment, expectations all create psychological fatigue. People who limit personal posting often recognize this effect, consciously or unconsciously. By sharing less, they reduce the cycle of checking reactions and seeking feedback. This creates mental space, less noise, less pressure, more emotional stability. In many cases, their silence is not withdrawal from society, it is protection of peace. Common misunderstanding. Society sometimes mistakes quiet people for disconnected people. But absence online does not mean absence in life. Many of the most emotionally intelligent individuals invest their energy in real conversations, real relationships, and real experiences. They may not show everything because they are busy living it. In a world obsessed with being seen, choosing privacy can feel unusual, but psychology reminds us that visibility is not the same as value. Some people don't post their photos because they are hiding. Others don't post because they have nothing to prove. And sometimes the quietest profiles belong to the most self-aware minds. Because peace is not always loud. Sometimes it simply doesn't need to be. If this perspective resonated with you, you're not alone. Subscribe for more psychology-based insights about emotional strength, inner awareness, and the silent experiences many people feel but rarely talk about.